I don't know if anything else important's happening today. I figured it'd be a good day to stream for a little while. It seems like there was gonna be a thing in DC, but it got canceled because it was cold. So that's not happening. So other than that, I don't think anything else is going on.
Oh, was it gonna snow? It's
Yeah,
too cold. It's gonna
yeah,
snow.
it was too cold to snow, so it didn't. And yeah, the snow got frozen in the sky, and now there's a big ice block hanging over DC, and they're all terrified.
That's fine.
That's
Let it fall.
That's the reason they're scared in DC. That's the reason. The giant block about to drop. It's Apollo Justice. You haven't
Now
read...
what?
Oh, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, now what the fuck happened last? I do remember, but also, if you recall, there very tragically was a windstorm going on, and my internet kept going in and out last time.
So thankfully, we stopped at the perfect time to get a recap of what happened because there was a murder during the mock trial. Oh
Yeah,
my
I
god!
remember that.
I called the stream.
Oh, I thought you did that on purpose when I saw this. I was like, wow, I can't believe they remember that from like 2
I
weeks
didn't. I didn't. For the record, I remembered that the mock trial was happening. I did not realize they literally call it the mock trial when I named the stream the mock trial.
Oh, it's still your own thing because you had an extra trial.
Like, because it's a mock trial, because we are preparing for the trial tomorrow by doing a fake trial of a fake trial. It's a mock trial. Anyways. Yeah, no, nothing's happening. It's fine. But yeah, this is the perfect time to not remember because this is going to recap all the shit that happened while we were out. Also the love triangle, if you recall.
Oh god, yeah. Because they were like, I remember Clavier shows up. I remember the older lady I was very excited to voice died before I did that.
Yeah.
I remember very much the professor, the stone professor.
And the two kids
and I was like, I know there's a big, like, hole there of some characters I'm missing.
There's the uppity one and the screaming loud one.
Yeah, the shonen protagonist.
Yes.
Yeah, straight up.
But right now, we are doing our mock trial. Okay. Right. The stage is ready, and you, Air Forehead, ready to rock.
No. The defense is not ready to rock.
Why do you said I have do two of these today?
Okay. This is very interesting. I'm curious how they'll stick the landing on this. Having the protagonist character, the point of view character you're playing as in this part, be the one who was there originally, but we, the players, weren't because we were Phoenix. Or no, we were Athena at the time.
We're Athena.
Yeah, we were Athena, and I'm assuming our perspective will still kind of be Athena, and that Apollo knows more than we do.
Oh, so
we are witnessing this mock trial. We are not partaking, I don't believe.
Is this the first time this has ever happened, where we are playing as a character who is standing next to the defense, as opposed to the defense themselves?
I believe so, yes.
Interesting.
Unless you kind of count, like, Phoenix's first trial, but that's more a semantic argument of who was doing more of the work, the seasoned lawyer or the newbie we were playing as.
Fair. Oh, or rather, like, I think it might be more of a semantic argument about, like, the years of sexism in these courtrooms of as soon as a man shows up next to the woman, it doesn't matter if he has, like, a tenth of the experience and years and tenure, they're gonna look to him when he starts shouting. Because he went to the fancy school where they teach you how to shout and point. Besides, we have the script right here.
Junie's masterpiece! The one everyone's been talking about?
Yeah, and there's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fraulein, we need you to play the part of the defendant and judge as per the script.
Okay, got it.
So we are the judge and the defendant. Interesting. I've only read the case outline so far. Great trial, fantastic trial, have not read it. I do not know how it actually turns out, so I am treating this like I am prosecuting a real case. Okay, so he does not know that it is purposefully vague at the end. It is intentionally designed to be solvable both ways. Like the Clue movie. You, Elforehead, will play the part of the fledgling lawyer, a role you are born to play. All the evidence is here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. It's turning into fun a little bit.
Trace Bean, let's get started.
Fuck!
Trace Bean.
Trace
Bean. Let's get started.
It's good to know that I'm not the only one doing bad French.
Defendant/judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock.
If I recall correctly, Clavier's voice is awful in Dual Destinies, but I don't remember what it actually sounds like, just that I didn't like it. I'm gonna take a swing and say they probably air too close to let's tone down the German a little bit, or went way too hard into the German. It's either like, or it's like, now, air forehead.
Now, Trace Bean.
Trace Bean.
Court is now in session for a reenactment of the mock trial. She's voguing. She's voguing while doing this.
Absolutely. Of the mock trial. Trace Bean is also a coffee shop that opens and closes in the intro of a Bob's Burgers episode. Anyways.
Or what I'd like to call the mock trial.
Trial.
If we did this on a train like the anime and we went fast enough, it could be a mock trial. Yeah, double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Achtung, baby! It's no holds barred. Let's rock. Okay, that really is turning into Fern. Just for context, my One Piece tabletop character, Fern, is, as is the case in the One Piece world, German French, where those are just both the North Blue. They're just, like, both France and Germany are just a vague the North Blue. So I combine the two things and swap between them, and it is absolutely infecting my speech here.
Yeah, it's also, and this is crucial, very funny.
Also, Fern has a bit that I admittedly stole from the book I read as a kid, Frindle, of completely not understanding metaphors and mashing together halves of them that make absolutely no sense. So he would absolutely say, "It is no holes barred."
Can't we take it easy today? It's my day off.
A woman was murdered.
May just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off in my court, I'm holding you in contempt of court. This is exactly the power trip I was hoping we should go on.
A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers.
Let me get it out. Let me get it out now. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, you're open statement, if you please.
What? Okay. You got it, Fraulein.
Don't acknowledge it. I'll cry.
Our case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female.
Female.
Oh, me. Oh, my. I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you.
Okay, she's actually doing a great impression of the judge. He has absolutely said stupid shit like this. Oh, well, I know where I was that night, but it wasn't me. I'll let you know that. Okay, well, that's some seriously bad acting, Fraulein. You killed... Did you? Anyways, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Cord who... Oh, okay, hang on. The existence
you can see here...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, in this photograph, you can see not only is there no blood around the wound, but we can't even see a wound. She's holding the arrow in her hand.
But also the existence of this photograph means there is a way to bypass the only extant copy of the ending, because you do not need to know how the whole thing ends if you can just recreate the details of something like this, where either maybe you saw them staging this photo while they were getting everything set up, or you somehow saw the photograph yourself. You could then recreate the aspects of the murder from that without having had to have read the script.
Yep.
So this is good to know. Air Forehead, how did the mock trial participants react to this photo?
Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing.
Okay, Mr. Newman continuously makes comments about what the other women who work here are wearing. Make no mind of it. It's just look. Eventually, the investigation will catch up to him. Okay.
Catch up to him, and we'll get all those comments of a real Jane Lynch tracksuit type.
God, oh God, a real salt and pepper lesbian. This one.
He reacted with, "Oh, the green sweatsuit."
What?
That's not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so why would he care about that?
He's a big Squid Games fan. Like in my favorite show, Squid Games. Haven't seen it. Too much of a fledgling to know what's important, that one. In any case, both in the mock trial and in the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along. I could also, if it would make sense to comment on that if maybe you were somehow involved in the murder in one way or another, and you are like, oh my God, even the same outfit. Like if you were aware of the repositioning of the body and all of that, but weren't necessarily directly involved in the murder, so you might not have seen the photo yourself or known about that aspect of it, it might make sense to go, oh, holy shit, even that's the same.
Yeah, exactly, because then that's at least someone who had, like, seen the photo. And it might make it more likely that they saw the photo rather than read the script if the tracksuit is not mentioned in the script.
Hey, wait a sec.
True.
The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage.
F4 had also world's a stage.
Plus, the murder weapon, an arrow, and the lack of blood are also the same.
She was definitely killed in the tracksuit, though. But...
That's right, and therein lies the significance of this mock trial. Who snatched the blood? No, we're not, no. So let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad.
Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me. I didn't kill her.
You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena.
It's called getting into character, Forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Look, when your internal life is not very complex, but you will really want people to think it is, you just play up the accent, okay?
You projecting a little bit there, bud?
No!
Right, let's see. Oh yeah, then Hugh said... A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so.
Do you think they made the Clavier 3D model before they decided to replace him with Black Quill, and then this was them justifying the use for the trial animations? I think someone wanted a Clavier 3D model for their own purposes and made an excuse to put it in the game.
At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad.
Yeah, whatever could a student be doing holding a bow in the archery club?
He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there.
999 Air Forehead. That faint swagger does not suit you in the least.
Order! 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 Especially you, Mr. Justice.
Has a sledgehammer and is slamming it down on the pedestal. Order!
It's a Blackpink light stick.
Yes! Yes!
Me?
It's shattering plastic.
For reference, it looks like a little cartoon hammer. that's black and pink.
Mate, but I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Euro Rocker over there said.
Okay, no, fuck you. I don't do Euro Rock, okay? Okay, no, that's overplayed
So, the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place. Hence, the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections?
The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from an arrow shot from a bow? 9. I believe the victim was impaled with an arrow by hand post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all.
When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon.
Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act, while I am the real deal, the headliner, so to speak.
Oh, washed up musician gone back to being a part-time public speaker.
Did you know I opened for Queen once in the late 80s? It was so bad I didn't do it again. It's a murder weapon. All I'm saying is did anyone ever find out who gave him AIDS? Anyways, the true murder weapon was most likely the owls at the left of the art room. This joke is brought to you by Clavier being the only surviving STD from the 80s rock scene to still be around today.
Yeah, because apparently he's a 900-year-old vampire, but like a vampire in the like Nosferatu kind of sense, and that you're kind of like a plague brought up.
He's just slowly melting the older he gets.
An owl? What's that? I mean, an owl, you say? What might that be?
It's a kind of tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested.
Keep stacking clothes in an open container that has an awl in it. This doesn't fucking matter. It just reminded me that I keep doing that. And I keep looking and going like, oh, dang, I really should put that awl somewhere better. And then I don't.
I remember as a kid seeing that we had an awl with the screwdrivers and thinking, what is the shitty screwdriver?
A bad screwdriver. Gross. It's all bloody up to the handle. Please tell me it's just paint.
Most likely, Fraulein. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place.
So, the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage?
I also want to know, I might be reading into this too hard, but it's interesting that rather than it be the prop itself, it was a photo of the prop. Because if there's more than one owl, if there's one that was used in the actual murder, and then there is the prop one, there may be a chance that a switcheroo took place at some point, but no one would think to test the prop one. But it may be possible there's also just the one that the prop was used for the murder.
There's also the thing with the paint of, like, you could theoretically, dried paint could remain on something when you're cleaning blood off of it. But there would obviously be blood on something you used to stab someone. So that's just another thing to throw in there, is the paint.
Yeah, like the paint could still be on after the fact. Yes. How the body was moved. The murder took place in the third floor art room, but the body was found in the quad.
It must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way.
Not at all. There's a maintenance area storehouse right outside the art room, and a cart used to carry bowls around was found there.
Oh, I think I've seen one of those before, but that's a pretty big one. Is she talking about shopping carts?
Yeah.
I think I've seen one of those things before.
Yes, this is what you Americans call a shopping cart. It's big. You can do it for all your big American groceries, like your double-sized jugs of milk and your long bread. Big enough to fit a person or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room windows and moved it with the cart. That is how a high school girl could easily move the body all by herself.
You don't say.
You don't say, it ain't so.
Objection!
A body dropped from 3 stories up would show signs of massive blunt force trauma.
Unless it was lowered down by rope. We do know that rope. Sorry, is Apollo doing a little bit of an Edgeworth impression?
His hero.
He's doing Hugh's voice.
Yes,
He's repeating his lines.
That's right, yes. Thank you.
I do
Hugh
like
sounds
the-
a bit like Edgeworth.
I do like the idea that he's like a closeted Edgeworth stan. Like he's just very quiet about it, and it's partly fueled by the fact that Edgeworth is the antithesis to Phoenix.
Yeah, he purely stands Edgeworth because he is anti-Phoenix as far as he knows and doesn't know that they're banging every night. Also, I guess it does make sense if, like, a younger person trying to sound more serious who sounds a bit like Edgeworth, Apollo would land at the same place. So that's maybe true, but... You failed to account for the large high jump mat in the storeroom. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma.
Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings.
I'm starting to think telling an entire school every single one of you needs to come up with a plausible murder and we're only going to use one of them is maybe a bad idea. Anyways, quite the crafty killer. In an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club, they moved the body from the quad where it would be an easy shot from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the old stab wound.
Sounds like he has only high praise for Junie's script.
Were there any further arguments from the defense?
Nope. Seemed like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too.
Time for the finale, then. Your verdict, if you please, Fraulein Judge.
Huh? Oh, right, that's me. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty.
Okay, yeah, perhaps that's not such a good idea. Okay, you know what? What if we just don't? Let's just not enforce it. Fuck it. Yeah, let's end the mock trial right here.
We're adults. We don't have to worry about grades.
God, none of us would pass this school. Anyways, besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation.
Thanks, you two. That little run-through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things.
Mock trial script added to the court record. As far as we know, the only cop. Yep. Achtung, baby! The prosecution's already got a witness sized up too.
That was quick. Prosecutor Blackwell's almost too good.
You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin.
I'm not prosecuting this case. Fuck you. Like I said, I just want to get whoever killed Professor Court, and there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two.
I mean, you do seem like you have a lot of free time anyways.
No, it's not free time. It's just an extended vacation. It's fine.
It's just between opportunities at the moment.
You know, I was just thinking, like, unemployment's such a dirty word. I just consider it, like, between being employable is all. Anyways, I won't say goodbye, as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later.
That guy absolutely lives off his parents' money. I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch.
And now I know some of them can be kind of silly, too.
But Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice.
Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go. And if you tell him I said that, I'll fucking kill you next.
You want to admit that right next to all the recording equipment?
Yeah. We should should get back to investigating, too. We don't have nearly enough information yet.
This is a threat. I am dangerous.
And we also have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case.
Right. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
Oh god, just him indefinitely adjusting his tie.
The most prominent feature of this case is how closely it resembles the script. That makes it a tough one because we have to have a firm understanding of both.
No sweat. We can reenact the mock trial as many times as we want by reading the script. I'll check it out in the court record and commit it to memory later.
Good. I bet the script and the mock trial are going to be the centerpiece of the real trial. Make sure you know them inside and out.
Yes, sir, Mr. Justice.
Mr. Justice? Careful, I could get used to that.
Mr. Justice.
Okay, calm down there, little guy.
Something I want to consider. Okay, dude. We are standing in a hall with stairs, and you are continuously. As I keep moving closer to you to have a conversation, you move up an extra step to be at the same eye level as me, and I don't think I haven't noticed. You're doing it on purpose. But an extra angle I think might be worth noting here is the stage being in the quad could affect the plausibility of the detail about someone being an archer from the archery club window, because there's a chance that scaffolding from the stage or the curtain would be in the way of that position. Like, certain details may not line up because of the stage being there, which would open a hole in how much the mock trials, like, solidness can really be used as evidence of this.
Apollo, any advice on how to investigate this case?
Start by interviewing people about the basic facts.
Flash your badge. Okay. Interview people. Got it. Flash my badge first, then interview people. Hey, you there. What can you tell me about the...
Whoa, hold on, Athena. The trial's tomorrow, so try to limit it to people with some relation to the case.
Okay, got it. Limit the interview pool.
Right. You might also want to take it down a notch, otherwise you'll be dead by tomorrow.
He wants me to calm down? At a time like this?
I'll fucking kill him!
Junie's fate rests in my hands. I just have to win this one.
They could also be following the script for a few details to hide an incriminating detail through implication. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you are filling in details about what happens in the script, you may gloss over something that doesn't quite add up in the actual event.
Yeah, and it could either be because someone didn't have access to the script, or maybe the full script, or for a long period of time, maybe they just had access to the photo again. So then you think, oh, but everything in the body is the same. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it feels like it's so close that even if there's something else that doesn't add up.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? The crime scene is off limits to students.
I'm no student. I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, right. Just because you're in law school doesn't mean you're a lawyer.
You should see what she did to the last cop who said something like that to her.
Yeah, I killed him! You what? Ma'am?
I called him a nasty little guy and I killed him.
Why, are you threatening an officer of the law?
No, it's not a threat. It's more like a friendly warning.
We should go before I get myself arrested for assaulting an officer.
Again? October 24. Themis Legal Academy. First floor hallway.
Ah, Mr. Wright.
Oh, God. I heard they arrested your friend Juniper.
Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder.
Sorry, did I say capable? I mean culpable. We taught them to get away with it.
We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The end justifies the means.
No, I know what you're doing, but
That's my catchphrase.
What do you mean the end justifies the means?
We did make a they/them-ish joke, yes.
I, Professor Means, always say what I mean, and I mean what I say by all means.
Okay, Diddy, fucking chill. There are no misconceptions about me. I always say what I. Fuck you, man.
Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results.
Wait, I was joking. Is he actually saying?
Ones?
Is he actually saying, like, us students should be so good they can get away with murder? There's no way one of our students was so bad as to get arrested. Because that seems to be what he's building to here.
You believe in Juniper Wood's innocence, do you not?
Yeah, just to be clear, none of us attended your school.
Of course I do. Do anyone even hurt a fly?
Ah!
Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. It is the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible.
Have you considered just killing the cops? We thought about that, but no, then
We
we
did
might
think
get
about
arrested.
Well, did you remember that I have this great staff for bludgeoning cops?
These are not countries, they're bloodstains. It's been very convenient as cover. I still need to hit someone in just the right spot to make Greenland.
Sure,
Shit,
I want to
that is
prove her
Greenland
innocent.
right there. Damn it. Wait, hold on. We
Yeah.
already did that. Fuck. I could have said New Zealand or like anything that wasn't literally on the screen. Fuck.
Probably could have said California. I don't even think you can see that there.
Oh yeah, no, that's gone. It's gone.
That's the one that's used too often because he's hitting San Francisco cops all the time.
Gotta hit him in the right spot. This is... Okay, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. That's a great idea for a tabletop for a magic weapon. I'm gonna tell this to Penny later for a World of Darkness. A globe staff that has like 4 quadrants on it that does extra damage if you hit someone with the region they're from.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's so silly. I love it.
That's fucking great. Anyways.
I did read this.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I don't like the sound of that the end justifies the means part.
I'm glad she doesn't either.
Well, you are still young and idealistic. It's no wonder you fail to see the wisdom therein.
Hello, Sophia.
There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense.
Hmm?
You're gonna take her case, Professor Means?
You seem awfully invested in this is all I'm starting to cook
I may be a
with.
professor, but I am still licensed to practice law. In fact, I have even battled Professor Court in court. No kidding! So you guys were, like, rivals or something? No, nothing of that sort. We were not rivals. Our relationship was purely platonic.
No.
She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy as the top of our class.
Oh, wow. I bet they both used to really bring it.
No. Again, our relationship, we were not rivals. Our relationship was purely platonic. I do not know how many times I have to emphasize this.
Our education system entirely models itself out of the wise teachings of Manfred von Karma, except for defense instead of prosecution. Thank you, Square.
Now, if you would excuse me, I had best go discuss the case with Juniper.
Professor Means, please wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case.
It's true. Juniper's counting on us to prove her innocence. Really now? You two?
Okay, well, you're not gonna say it like that.
That's the look of a man going, I don't know if you're competent enough to catch me from my bullshit here. And when were you planning on telling me?
I buttered up your name and everything. Sorry, boss. I know we should have asked first, but...
Relax. Your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions. And I think you made the right one.
Yeah, that's Phoenix Wright to a T. I mean, how do we even get cases to our office if it's not through direct emotional ties, am I right?
Yeah.
Straight up.
I gotta be honest, I don't know how people normally get cases. It's usually just emotional investment. I keep
being told lawyers make money, and I'm like, how are they getting cases? I'm only related to so many people. I've only made so many friends.
How wonderful. Very well, Athena Sykes, let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else?
Oh, that's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients.
What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As her professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once.
Okay, fucking Derek.
Is he actually saying if you want to tamper with evidence? Oh, fuck.
Fucking Deep Space Nine, motherfucker.
No, I would never suggest something as lowbrow as tampering with evidence. I'm saying if you want me to add a few countries to the globe, I can do it. I can bust her out of jail.
This globe, it opens up into a machine gun. Okay, I joke. That globe looks real fucking openable. There is a non-zero chance there is gonna be a bit involving that.
Yeah, machine gun.
Yeah, or a shiv. Something real sharp.
Yeah.
He's just sharpened an inside point in it, like the little spinny thing it's on. Let's hope it never comes to that.
Now, if you would excuse me.
Well, time's a-wasting. Better start investigating him fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far?
Yes, please!
I just hang out with people and they get accused of murder. Totally not sinister. People have, in the past games, slung the accusation at Phoenix before about, like, you seem to hang around with a lot of murderers. Or at least people who get accused of murder. Things like that sure scream out school days, don't they?
Were you involved in any extracurricular activities like school papers or mock trials?
That wasn't my thing. I was an art man.
Oh yeah. Remember yeah. Sneezing into it. Remember. What if he didn't even study law at all? Well, I mean, major implies that was the thing he was primarily studying. He didn't study law. He just was able to pass the bar exam. So he's a lawyer with a fucking liberal arts degree.
This fucking liberal arts motherfucker. Oh my god.
An art major? Then how did you become a famous attorney?
It's kind of complicated. And when I say kind of, I mean really, really complicated.
Oh. He must really mean it. I'm picking up a lot of complex emotions in his voice. And that's not normally what Mr. Wright says. Normally his emotions are simple and easy to read.
That's cute. You actually get an achievement and presumably maybe an unlock of some description, maybe like concept art or something, for having presented to him the mock script trial and have him reminisce about his school days, and the achievement was him in the outfit. That's so cute. I don't think chat would have seen that, so I just wanted to let him know. Listen, Athena, there's a certain amount of etiquette involved in presenting evidence. You're free to shove this or that into my face, but at least get my attention first or give me some sort of warning.
I'm sorry, I'm supposed to treat you like a dog or a baby. Like, hey, over here. Look here, look over here. In other words, do as I say, not as I do.
Alright, well, let's talk.
Have you learned anything new about the case?
Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. It seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood over there. So the police believe that the body was moved from there to the stage.
What? Really? Just like the mock trial again.
The police are searching the art room, but whether they'll find anything, well...
Well, what? Come to think of it.
This is Phoenix impression from Athena.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that?
Oh,
It's no big...
So she does have a good impression of herself.
Yeah, she thinks she's the cuntiest girl to ever walk here.
Say, there's a suaveness to that. That's incredible.
It's no big deal, as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Now, oh wait, where was I again?
But there's no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you two to find out for yourselves. So, were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means?
Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking.
Yeah, where do you think I learned about how to forge evidence? Anyways, the dark age of the law. I'm sure you've heard those words before.
Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges. God damn it, it's a tongue twister. Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days.
Like it's a fucking cold. Yeah, there's a lot of that going around these days.
Corruption left and right.
But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand?
Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Hey, so I was joking about this last stream, but it was because I was picking up a vibe of what they were doing here. This is actually what they're doing. This is cool as shit. Of like,
well,
results-based education is not the way to go if you don't understand the means. Anyways.
That in and of itself isn't a bad thing.
Right. As long as those results come by fair and honest means.
Also, legal ones. That's another... legal ones as well.
If you need to commit a crime...
he doesn't give a shit about legality.
So...
Yeah, like, who cares about that? We may be setting you up for, like, it's because everyone knows everyone here. Maybe one day, sure, you move to a different district and you start working law there and they go, hey, man, you're under arrest. You're not allowed to have an evidence trash can.
And you can tell them, come
It's just the way we do it back home in San Francisco.
You can tell them, hey, how does $200 yen sound?
That's setting them up for success. You can only work within the very specific brand of corruption that works in this one district.
God. I'm glad this game's covering it.
Oh, but what was it the Professor Means said? The end justifies the means?
Fucking Danganronpa. To survive the dark age of the law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy.
But what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore?
Relax, it's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you.
Oh, well, that's a relief. Oh, he had me going there for a minute. Wait a second. What if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence.
Yeah, here's the thing. Phoenix, they're doing a better job of showing Phoenix be the bumbling fool who has a core of a logic to what he's doing, even if he doesn't entirely know. Because right there, he does not entirely know, but he is also withholding information from us. Because if he were to catch us up entirely to speed, we would still be at the same lost period and getting focused on something other than the trial. He just needs us to be aware there is a chance people will try to tamper with evidence this trial, but he does not want us to be entirely caught up on that, so he's just putting it out there that this is a thing that could happen. and then letting us stew on it. Maybe we will find something that will help him, but he can't give us all of it. That would not only set us up for failure, but also it might risk people interfering with the trial for the reason of he might blow the wider case open if they don't. So yeah, this is some good Phoenix writing here.
This is
There's
also a level of competence that makes sense for Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix is locked in on shit that matters to him.
He really exists in a way of. Do you remember the thing from A Fault in Our Stars about the character specifically, like, having a cigarette nearby but not smoking it as like a way of being like power over it, cancer, blah blah blah, whatever, right?
Yeah.
He's like that with ADHD meds, where like he's like, I keep it but I don't take it, but I keep it right at. It's right on the edge.
I could cure myself, but I don't because
I lawyer better, I think.
Compared to the last game's writing of Phoenix, where it felt like he was a savant playing the fool, this feels much more like the fool playing the savant. You have more to say, Ozzy?
Nah.
Let's
move on.
Yay.
I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact is, this case closely resembles Miss Woods' script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different.
Okay. I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. Do I accept limited? Because Apollo yelled at me for trying to talk to that one janitor.
Wasn't a janitor. He was a teacher. You kept calling him the janitor. Okay, no. Give me the achievement again. And he was there when we got the arrow. Alright, so.
What's that?
Oh, let's go talk to the janitor. October 24. Famous Legal Academy. Maintenance area.
So this is the maintenance area. Let's see. During the mock trial, Prosecutor Gavin said, the art room is right above here on the 3rd floor. You hear Pip outside my door, pathetically meowing. And that the body was dropped from there onto a high jump mat from the storehouse, as you do.
No, see, it's good. Pib is playing the role of the cat in top right, up there.
Yeah, but
Thanks, Pib.
Right. And then he claimed that the body was transported to the stage in a ball cart. And then... Huh? Someone else is here.
hey, it's Robin.
Wow! You scared the crud out of me!
Oh, yikes! Right back at you. So, what are you doing out here?
I'm working out so that I become strong enough to save Juniper! But I'm so worked up! My training brace is almost breaking at the seams!
Oh, right. The girl you like got arrested. So you're psyching yourself up to rescue her?
I have watched every Prison Break movie simultaneously! Yes, because I'm the manliest of manly men. That's why I work out with my manly brace.
Except that I hear some discord in that manliest of men's voice of yours.
I don't mean to be rude, but can't you talk without shouting?
No!
And this is me. This is me saying that.
I'll try not to shout so much, if at all possible, that is!
Which is not at all possible by the sound of it.
I'm trying to balance doing this voice with also not wanting to blow up my own vocal cords and also not wanting to blow up my mic. But the good news is I am getting a replacement microphone.
I was gonna say, yeah, if it blows up, it doesn't matter. You're getting a new one.
I'm upgrading my microphone, just a small upgrade, and I'm upgrading my audio interface as well to fix the gain loss issues I've had. My gain is maxed out on this interface now. So look forward to higher quality audio, and it's including for part 2 of the Payday 3 video. That will also be with the newer mic.
Good sounds. So do you mind if I ask you some questions as Junie's lawyer?
No problem. Ask away. Keep 'em coming, man.
Ouch. My ears ache already.
I mean, I can't not.
I mean, it was what we were taught to do.
Whoa! Check out that bird!
Now this is the response everyone hopes for.
Yes.
What do you think? Nice and shiny, huh?
Yeah. It's awesome. If the plating ever starts to peel and gets all bent up, let me know and I'll fix it for you.
Really? Thanks.
No problemo. I'll have some primo clay and glaze at the ready just in case.
Wait, what does clay have to do with my badge?
Do you think it's fake?
Or that lawyers' badges are made of tiny bits of clay?
Whoa, deja vu, man. Oh, it's like I can hear the taste of me or my victory again. But no, the final showdown was canceled because of that murder.
This topic sure seems to strike a raw nerve. I hope it doesn't come between you guys.
Are you kidding? Oh, our friendship, it's like a diamond, only tougher. Something about it, cake before a spark. It's like the calm before the start.
In other words, it's under a lot of pressure and is ready to blow at any moment, like that microphone.
Oh, God.
I
Okay.
love conjuring more plates to throw.
Yep.
Crafting new plates out of clay.
Robin, could you tell me a little bit more about yourself?
Oh, you want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club.
The Fine Arts Club?
At a legal academy?
Looks like a broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard. Oh, there are supposedly 2 statues on this stage! I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Arts Club had made them. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues. Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright?
Athena's acting out this entire scene in front of Newman.
Verbally, in like making sure everyone is aware.
Bingo, Fraulein. And they were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. Say, did you create those stage statues by any chance?
That would make sense. Also from Sophia in chat. Phoenix is my hero! He was an art major too, and he's still got a law degree!
Oh, kid.
Oh, you bet I did! Both of them! Put my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man!
It must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that then, huh?
Nah, I couldn't face Professor Court if I let something like that get me down!
What do you mean? Sorry, I'm finishing my iced coffee.
Oh, it's okay. I'm on my 12th. Professor Court was in the Fine Arts Club Oh, okay, hang on. Sorry, I'm focused on the voice, but that's good to note. She was the advisor to the art club. Okay.
Yep.
Was the Fine Arts Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man! She always said, the only good result is the truth. That and only lawyers who seek the truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results. So potentially putting herself in contrast with means.
Yes, I'm totally on your guys' side. She must have been an incredible woman who would have had the funnest voice.
I would have loved to hear it.
Yeesh, and you call me loud when I practice my chords of steel.
Oh, man! Why did I have to take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to say Juniper if I'm studying to be a prosecutor?
Don't worry, I'll clear Junie's name. You'll see.
God, this voice is making me throw out my back. Jesus. The three of us had a dream. We swore we'd make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge. The three of us would hold fair and honest trials. All three of us would communicate outside of the courtroom about what would happen during the courtroom on all sides of the law. It was going to be great and definitely ethical. The dark age of the law. We were going to put a nail in its coffin, man.
Wow, you guys swore to do that? Don't tell people that.
No. A stupid school rule had to ruin it.
School rule? Which one?
Anyone with a prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from this stupid holier-than-thou school.
A tough legal academy with even tougher rules.
Hang on, did I get that right? Conviction. Okay, it has to be a conviction specifically.
Yeah. So if she's convicted, she won't be able to graduate.
So yeah, if we defend her and she's found innocent, then it'll be fine. Then she should still be a lawyer. But
One would hope.
it seems that there's a lot of attempts to make this one person in particular not be a lawyer. Also, I am noticing the scratching, like, scrape damage on the side of the building over there. I don't know what that's about. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Realizing the irony of that statement after Apollo pops up on screen. That's a good point.
Junie will never become a judge unless I can prove her innocence. And if I fail, the three of them will never realize their shitty dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure.
Shitty, stupid, terrible fucking dream that I hope they fail. Juniper's my friend, leave her be.
There's something extra funny about calling, like, someone's dream just a shitty little dream. It's
Stupid
like,
little
you're not
dream.
demeaning it that much, you're just like, it's just a little shitty
Yeah,
dream.
whatever your little shitty dream is, we'll do it too.
Yeah, sure, why not?
That paper!
So, Robin, is this article true?
The author of that article has been gunning for the three of us for some reason! It's been nothing but trashy articles as long as I can remember!
Maybe the author just wants your attention?
No way, man! The venom in those articles... The venom in those articles is way beyond that!
I wonder.
No. Or, no. Oh, okay. Whoa! Did you make that? Let me fire it in the kiln for you! Just give it to me and I'll take care of the rest!
I think I'll pass on the kiln firing at this time. Whew, vegetable there.
Okay, now the last thing
Yeah, he just
is
assumes everything is clay.
this. There is a chance because from the art stage. No, okay, never mind.
Let me
Okay,
burn it for you.
all right, that's all we got for now.
That's fine.
Let's swing back to. All right, hang on. Can we invest? Can we look here? No, we can't.
Nah,
All right, let's swing
we
back
don't have time.
to the lecture hall.
Yeah,
And see
well,
if
I guess we
everyone's there now.
looked.
Yep.
We just couldn't do anything with it. We can look with our human eyes.
October 24th, Vamus Legal Academy, 3rd floor lecture hall.
Look, there's Hugh! Hey, Hugh!
Oh, it's you two. Do you want something?
Perfect. Nailing it.
Did you find anything? You said you were gonna do some investigating of your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you? Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script.
And operating within the logic of assuming that by saying out loud there's only one copy of the script, that means only the person who wrote it and the victim knew about it, it seems impossible. And I refuse to let anything else be considered.
Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime like that unless they'd already read the script or wrote it.
But
Look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him.
there it is again, picking up on some discord in Hugh's voice. Hugh, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself?
Whatever. I'm 6'1", and under this uniform, I'm 100% lean muscle.
Okay, I am gonna kill myself. Keep going.
My grades are outstanding, and I'm the ace of the archery club. Needless to say,
The ace of the archery club, huh?
I never miss my mark.
Okay, man.
Oh, and I'm incredibly humble, too.
How can you even say that with a straight face?
That's not a
I have a
straight
very
face.
sick sense of humor.
That is a crooked face.
Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind.
I consider myself something of a class clown, a joker, if you will.
But when it comes to tests, I always get 100%. So I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius.
Christ.
Yeah, how she's like she's scrolling through social media to see Venom fan art pictures.
Venom
But-
Smut pictures.
As I said before, I pay them no mind.
I heard you the first time.
But what about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. There's a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body.
You saw the body.
Interesting.
Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory.
You're sweating and twitching as you say that. Interesting.
Hugh, would you mind telling us a little more about that? Right. Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall.
Gifted Kid Burnout is gonna hit this guy like a truck. This school
hit the-
produces so many trans people, let me tell you.
I was gonna say, like, the gifted kid burnout is gonna hit her so fucking hard when she figures it out.
Yeah.
There's a class just on handling the depression that even if you don't genetically have currently, you're gonna have someday.
Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the Mock Trial Committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall.
Hi, TikTok lady voice.
I was trying to find it. I couldn't quite find it. It's almost like it was banned for a second.
That's right. There was an announcement, and then everyone came in here.
The only exceptions were the mock trial participants.
Ah, here are some graphs.
Juniper, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door.
Yeah, see what I mean about the stage, the archery range, the fence? Like,
Yep.
I think the stage is going to be interfering with it.
Wow, your own personal dressing rooms? Total VIP treatment. Actually, they're for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows.
That's accurate. That tracks.
The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So, I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. It's the best way to relax. Then, just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back toward the main building. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage.
So that's when you saw the body?
Right. It was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily beaten Robin if it hadn't been for that. Wait, hold it right there. You went through the mock trial even though you had just discovered a body?
Fascinating.
Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we're talking about someone actually getting killed here.
I think I know why. Was it because of this?
Where did you get that?
So, this article in the famous Herald is true.
Okay. Originally, I thought this newspaper was planted on stage there, and that's still entirely possible. There is also a chance, however, in an arts and crafts way, a thing I have known that has been done before is if you are making a, like, statue like this, kind of like a hollow porcelain statue, and you need something to fill the gaps on the inside so it doesn't collapse under its own weight. It has the material, but also it doesn't add too much weight. Newspaper is good for that. I could see it being like, yeah, I put the newspaper inside of the statue as just filler because I was annoyed by it, but also we needed something for the statue, so I thought it would be a good way to get rid of it. However, because it's in good condition, there's a chance it was totally just planted there. But we will see.
We will see. At the very least, it seems like this guy was like, ooh, it does seem like one of my teachers is dead, but if I lose, the chick might think I'm not cool.
They seem to be way past it at this point, yeah. Ugh.
The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie.
Right, but if I reported the body I'd found,
Yep.
the whole thing would be called off.
You're right,
Yeah,
fair
probably
enough.
because someone was murdered.
Yeah, because
That's
of the whole
probably why they
murder
got
thing.
off. He really wanted to win that bad. Bad enough to ignore a dead body. Sorry, but that's not normal? Or could their love for Junie really be that strong?
Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. It may prove useful at tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter.
Thanks, and don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence. You'll see.
I can't say you two inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what next?
Paulo goes to, like, write down his notebook, like, thanks for that new bit of information we'll write down. He just writes down the word psychopath.
I get it. This is your way of mocking my defeat. You like shoving people's shame in their faces? That's your modus operandi?
Buddy, you are projecting so hard right now.
No, that wasn't my intention. Besides, you were never actually defeated.
Oh, I suppose you're right. Or is this just a trick intended to provoke me?
That's not a question. You are thinking out loud at us.
That wasn't my intention either.
This game's translation is so fun with the way it uses punctuation. They have a lot of times where someone will say a question out loud that ends with a period, and they are doing it on purpose. It is so fucking funny. Like, for a rhetorical question. It's framed as a question, ends in a period. Great bit.
Classic.
What was your intention? I know. You're trying to toy with my emotions.
Wow, this guy can't take being humbled. Old country style.
An old country style humbling. You know those.
I don't know. I think it could straighten a few things out for him.
So you really declared that you'd confess your love to Junie if you won the mock trial? Because he's definitely not the shy type.
Yeah, well, that's just the genius that is me. My thoughts and actions are on a whole other level from you mouth breathers.
God.
Okay, man.
You are going to bounce off of 4chan so hard, dude.
Yeah, he's at the inauguration right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's your vanity that's on a whole other level.
He did say he was in...
Athena. Nice one, Athena.
Thanks, Athena. He did say he was in the archery club. Let's see if he has it. Yes.
I'm introducing an arrow into his eyes.
Nah.
That's from the archery club. We let the school use it for the mock trial.
Arrows in her eyes, feel where her heart should be.
Never figured it would end up being used like it was.
Of course, the real murder weapon isn't an arrow at all.
I know. But the fact remains that it was used in this whole insidious plot.
Where was Hugh O'Connor on January 6th? I'm at home annoyed that it's so far away on the other side of the country from Japan, California.
Yeah, because he can't leave to stop studying because then he might not win at getting his degree fastest and then win the woman.
He was looking if anyone was doing a January 6th thing in Los Angeles, but no one was. Anyways,
And even then, you still gotta get on a plane. You know, it's a whole thing.
it's a whole fucking ordeal to fly 12 hours from Japan to Florida to go to Los Angeles.
The island of San Francisco. I mean, I guess in a few years, maybe.
Unfortunately.
But a mouth breather like you couldn't possibly understand. You see, archery is a sport that demands advanced mental focus. And the killer's actions have done harm to its image.
You're mad about your brand, dude? Come on.
No, about archery's brand.
I know exactly what you mean, except for that mouth breather remark.
January 6th LARP is such an entertaining phrase, Sophia. No one wanted to participate in my Los Angeles-based January 6th LARP.
God.
Fucking incredible.
Well, let's hope that someday you will, because it couldn't be any more self-evident.
I like him less and less every time he opens his mouth.
Can we please stop talking to this guy?
Yeah, I was seeing if he had anything important to say about the stuff that seemed relevant to him, but,
To the stage.
I mean, I do love the bit of, like, a character who's so obviously by this universe's rules and character patterns. A character who so obviously should be the defense attorney is training to be a prosecutor, and the guy who so obviously should be a prosecutor in this world is trained to be a defense attorney.
Yeah, it's incredible. And also because this academy is pipelining them, too, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No regards for what they'd be better suited at. I thought the area was cordoned off. Hey, the police are discussing something over there.
Ooh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over here for a listen. Here goes.
Athena, watch where you're...
Oh my
Sorry.
fuck.
Slide up hands. Oh. Put the stupid
I
box
thought
here.
I thought she was using the box like Solid Snake. Okay, hang on.
Wait. Oh, Paulo, this box. There's
A snake in it.
Oh god, what now?
there's something inside.
Oh my
Let
god.
it be a snake!
Oh my god, they did it. They did it. They did it.
Sorry, Zerlo. Wait, was this the... Isn't there a character that you mentioned, Austin, that I would be excited for? Is it this one?
It's her!
Oh my god.
This is you, Marina. This is all you.
You morons just blew my cover.
Oh, perfect.
What the fuck? There really is someone inside!
Yes, someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt. Perfect. Flawless. The fragile broken heart is so funny.
This is peak character design. Holy shit.
You may not like it, but this is peak character design.
I'm in awe. I'm in awe of this. I'm in all of this. Incredible.
And I'm a senior in the judge courts.
What's with the box?
This for you.
It's the fate of who we live in the shadows.
I also do that thing with pens. Shit. Shit.
You feeling called out?
Yes, a little bit.
You
There's a
should.
very good reason why none may see my face by the light of day.
Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write a mock trial script too?
Yes, but it was just a plot to an episode of Law and Order SVU. It got third. Worse than I thought.
You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission, and you'll wish you had it.
Oh my god, what if it was plagiarized? Okay, what if there's more than one copy of the script because someone was copying their work?
Oh.
Not necessarily this person, but somebody else might have been like, I'm just gonna phone in something for this, I'll just copy that girl's work. I'll just read off of her paper and write down what she wrote.
Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for good reason. God.
Incredible.
If you want to give me a present, slip it through a hole in my box. Or, if it's too big, you can open the top and give me it that way.
Okay, just...
So which way is it gonna be?
All of the bandages on her fingers from the cardboard cuts, peak character design.
Yeah.
Having
So-
this side
the
up
best.
upside down and hands off written on it, fragile with a broken heart.
Yeah, this side up, wrong, you're right. Fragile with a broken heart. This is
Either
so
way
good.
creeps me out.
Well, Miriam Scuttlebutt, what's your deal?
Oh, so you're studying to be a judge too. You must be classmates with Juniper.
What if she looks exactly like the judge? And that's why she's doing this? Just like almost identical.
Nepotism?
Yes.
This is the judge's granddaughter.
God, please. T mentioned they
Yes,
did
he-
establish that he has grandkids.
did. This could
Shit,
be a
this
shitty nepo
absolutely
granddaughter.
might be. Oh my god.
Are you a friend of hers?
Juniper? Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now, tell me all you know. You know, for tomorrow's trial.
For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna take the stand.
So this is the
Naturally.
witness. This is the witness. Okay.
So the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box?
It's disguise is how I get my scoops.
The sweat.
I also love that the box gets like because she's sweating, the box
It gets,
gets
like, all-
darker as it gets wetter.
Yes, it's
Like,
saturated.
oh, what? Oh dear.
This is so fucking
Peak
funny.
character design. I'm sorry.
She is definitely
Exactly.
getting high off of the fumes from the panda ink that was originally in this box.
No, for sure.
Oh god.
But you're right. It's me. So tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake.
Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said?
A lawyer with brains as bad as his ears. Poor Juniper. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time?
Yeah, I thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting.
Shit, compromised! Pulls out a gun from the box. Okay, yeah, the next time that she does the, like, hands out of the top of the box thing, I think I might do an edit of that, of just the one PNG of holding a gun.
Yes.
Really? That means a lie already? That was quick. Miriam, come on. Tell us
what
the
are we
truth.
going to perceive?
I'm taking the stand tomorrow.
There's not
Hands.
much other than her hands.
Tell me everything.
So I'm assuming it's
You-
for Juniper's sake is the detail we'll need to check out.
For
right there.
Juniper's sake.
That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said, "for Juniper's sake." It's like you subconsciously tensed up because you're lying.
That's, what are you talking about? When did I ever lie?
Peak character design! Look at this!
So good.
Okay, then let me ask you this. This character is not the real reason TikTok was banned, but the reason deep down there's a tiny part of everyone's mind that hopes it is. These types of people.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. These are the people that we need to that we needed to ban TikTok for, quote unquote. Best.
This person has the worst take on Eda bags. It's a very
God.
specific niche drama, but the fact that there's no music with the punching.
Sorry, I was just banning someone in the chat.
That is the music.
Why were you selected as a witness?
That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the
Well,
Sadist
there we
Herald.
go. That answered a lot of questions.
I know everything there is to know around campus, even the darkest of secrets.
Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, it's a lonely one-woman operation. I do it all myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed. I'm a perfect storm of journalism because I bring it all to the table.
The best kind of journalist is the person who only has their perspective.
And this is the evidence. Here. And
The hand slots.
And the fact that she doesn't wait for you to grab it, she just drops it on the floor.
Like it's being delivered through a mail slot. Fuck.
an extra edition of the Famous Herald, published to coincide with the mock trial.
Thanks, Miriam. You've revealed who you truly are. Someone who's never had Junie's best interests in mind.
What? Are you questioning our friendship?
You sick son of a bitch, I read your book! I read your paper, you bitch!
Look, you may want answers, but no can do, because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence.
I mean, come the fuck
Yeah.
on.
That's the Famous Herald, the paper I published. What about it?
Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write.
You got it all wrong. The other staff member wrote that
You
one.
just said you're a one-woman operation. You just said.
I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just a moment ago.
It's a one-woman operation.
Or did you already forget?
Lonely, she included lonely. She included that it was very lonely.
If you just given me the info you have. Stupid pod! Juniper's just using you!
Interesting.
Let the record show that that the witness is very lonely.
Now, I want the truth, Miriam. You hide in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper. Isn't that right? Even though it's a very identifiable box, so at this point, how is it any different than just walking around with an identifiable face?
I'm saving a screenshot of this. This is useful for just Twitter in the future. Just, like a New York Times reporter. Just send them, you hide in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper. Isn't that right?
You're not really friends with Juniper, are you?
This is the second person we've met today who's at the inauguration right now.
Yeah.
No duh. She's the target of my scoops, and my readers demand dirt.
She cannot get inside because her wet box froze while she was outside. She is stuck. Help.
Extra, extra. The dirty little secret of the squeaky clean student council president.
Dirty little secret? Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh?
I'm a witness to her part in the crime. I'm gonna tell it all in a shocking expose. The end justifies the means. That's my brand of tell-all journalism.
It's the brand where you lie in order to convince people of a narrative, and then later when it's disproven, you say, well, it could have been true anyways. Thankfully, consent is something you could easily manufacture.
It's also so funny to say that's my brand of, and not I'm doing this job bad.
That's just my style.
It's just my style to manufacture consent.
The end justifies the means? Wait a second.
Also, this is some cult shit, but also, the phrase is, the ends justify the means. So the fact that they are saying, the end justifies the means, is very interesting to me. I wonder what they define the end as.
In this dark age of law, many of us embrace Professor Means's methods and even future judges. I've even adopted an end justifies the means brand of journalism, which includes...
See, even you just tried saying it. Ends justifies the means is the turns of phrase, and they are specifically saying end justifies the means. I'm really curious about that. As a lawyer, the end would be a not guilty verdict. Who cares if you forged evidence if you got a not guilty verdict? I guess that's what they mean is the end of the trial, but go ahead, Marina.
I was gonna say, what if... I am starting to get self-conscious that, like, what if this is one of those things that's, like, I don't know, using irony differently or something like that, where it's like, that's wrong, and it's like, well, actually, that's the way it is, and then we just started saying it with an extra S.
Oh, God, yeah, we just Mandela'd ourselves into thinking
Not to make you self-conscious about it, too, but...
Tape recorders secretly hidden all over our campus.
Okay! Alright, bud.
Secretly recording every last word without anyone being the wiser.
Doesn't she realize that's totally illegal?
And one of them was at the scene of the crime, the art room.
Okay, hold on. You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record?
You wanna know? You really wanna know?
Yes, please. That's so nice of you to...
Like I tell you now, the big scoop comes tomorrow in court tomorrow.
Motherfucker.
You're so mean, Miriam.
According to my evidence, a fatal fissure had opened between the three of them.
Who? Junie, Hugh, and Robin? What do you mean by fatal fissure?
Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends.
Used to be. They still seem to be getting along fine to me.
So with your fucking tape recorders, you may have heard them, like, in private, like, talking to themselves about it.
Oh no, one of them discovered that the Jacob... I did sense some discord, though.
You don't know anything. Professor Means had his followers, and Professor Court had hers. Their influence is inescapable.
They're teachers. Yep. Yeah, can you believe it? These people looked up to them and did the things that they asked them to. Yeah, they're teachers and they're students, yep.
Are you implying that one of them adheres to that extreme idea of you and Professor Means have? But why would anyone follow that philosophy?
Maybe if they were, like, you know, taught too systemically by someone you're meant to look up to.
How could you possibly understand? You're new around here?
See what I mean about the no question mark? How it instead of that is not a question. Literally just saying to herself,
Yeah.
you couldn't possibly. How could you possibly understand?
Yep.
Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light here?
I can see fine in here. You'll be the one seeing the light in court tomorrow. And then you'll realize how guilty a Juniper Woods really is.
I'm gonna have to cross-examine her tomorrow, but I don't know where to start.
Well, let's at least take care of whatever we can today.
You're right. Let's see what else we can find out. Well, I think I've talked to everyone who is somehow linked to the case.
Well, I think we found everything out.
Okay, maybe it's time we wrapped up our investigation.
Oh, wait, we haven't met with Junie yet.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's head over to the detention center.
All right. So once this day ends before the trial starts, that'll be what we call the stream.
Yeah, gotta talk to Junie first. I considered doing some kind of like a hands over the mouth echoey thing for the box, but then I was like, "Oh, this character might talk a lot at the trial."
It's also the Discord compression. Yeah, while I appreciate that, you are totally that was the right call. Oh God, Jesus, that frown.
Athena, thank you so much for coming.
She called me Thena, like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down.
No,
In prison?
no, I'm fully guarded, 24/7, 24/7.
Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any other idea what's going on here?
We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And the only people who knew the details were Professor Court and I.
Nothing we haven't heard already so far.
However,
Yes? What is it, Junie?
well, there was this one article in the school paper.
You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me.
I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me.
She wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it.
No, you fucking don't.
And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution.
Okay. So I don't know if it's gonna be that someone was like copying her work, or maybe that someone heard an earlier version of it, but then it was revised. There is a chance that the version of the trial that exists as the setup for the real murder that occurred is a different version, is like a version 1.0 of a script that was like final 1.1. So we shall see.
But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
Ah, so if Robin had won, Hugh wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie.
I can kind of relate to that. Wish something interesting ever happened to me in school sort of thought, to be honest. That's fair. Maybe not drama over a relationship that ends in a murder, but, you know.
But also, I can see why that would fit with Athena's personality.
True.
That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious.
Yeah, sorry, the end justifies the means. I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh?
You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper.
I was wondering about that all you had on you when you were arrested? That's actually Fulbright. We found this in the suspect's pocket. Why, there's a blood on this.
That's evidence we made for the mock trial.
A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy.
Jesus Christ.
It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Cord and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested.
Then we've nothing to worry about. Shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime, right?
Still, that blood red color on the all bothers me.
Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but...
It probably was just paint, but that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the all when we were prepping it yesterday.
Hmm.
It wasn't? Then how and when did it get there?
Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Thena and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the awl with what looked like blood on it.
A key and the awl?
Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club's advisor. And since that key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the awl to make it look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the prop should be really realistic, so...
That's Athena.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, this.
No. Yeah, that is Athena. It's just weird that it's showing Apollo here.
Yeah, The awl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it? I have a really bad feeling about this.
Me too. But let's not jump the gun on this.
It's because we're playing as Athena, and it was a little jarring to have it be two conversational lines before it gets to Apollo's line, but we don't normally see the character we're playing as. Until we get into court, that is.
You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her?
Yeah, I left school around 6 p.m.
Did you notice anything different about her?
No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me.
We'll do everything we can to prove your innocence tomorrow.
I know, and I believe in you too, Athena. Well, I should go now, bye.
Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of the girl we met at the academy.
The Junie I knew was always like that. A little weak and sickly.
She's just chronically ill, it's fine.
But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still.
What is it?
Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts.
Seriously?
Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship. Is there?
Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. It's real friendship right there, right?
Is that the 15-year-old you're friends with? I suppose you're right. Might as well forget all about that and concentrate on the child.
No, Trucy is more of a work friend / little sister.
Aw.
If you tell her I said that, I'll kill you next. Cop, guard, over here. I want you to hear to witness this threat.
I didn't even
Yep.
show her my badge yet, no!
Tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far.
Okay. The victim, Professor Constance Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then, her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script described.
I wish those were the only similarities they shared.
What do you mean?
What I mean is the script in this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows that the actual trial may very well unfold just like the mock trial did.
Oh no! The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo, and he's the king of being fine.
The king of being fine, indeed. All right, this is going to be where we're calling the stream, y'all. Seems odd to recap the stuff before the to be continued, not after. I understand why they're doing it, because since the mock trial just happened, it was a lot of different information that got thrown at you. So they want to, before wrapping up this whole thing in a bow, just give you a recap of, just to review, here is what the actual murder was.
It's almost like sifting, rather like you're sifting the information and organizing it rather than like just giving a summary.
Yeah, exactly. Distilling it down a little. All right, thank you all so much for coming by. Thank you all so much for watching. It's probably gonna be a couple days to a week before there's another stream.
Yeah, I don't know if you two are free to stream the next 2 days, and it would have to be shorter on a Wednesday.
Not.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's good. I'm gonna be gone until
it's certain Bunny's
Sunday,
birthday
so.
tomorrow, and also, that microphone upgrade is coming along with a MOBO and CPU upgrade. So, like Wednesday and Thursday, my computer is gonna be like unavailable. Marina, I intend to hang out with you before that happens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna be upgrading to a modern, but like as modern as I can get right before the fucking AI bullshit CPU.
Exactly.
So yeah, thank you all.
Yeah. So next week for sure.
Next week for sure. Thank you all so much for watching. Please, please, please stay safe. Please, take it easy. Do, 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 do. Do, do.